And hey, everybody, welcome to the Nexus Ecosystem AMA for today, September 6th. Can you believe it? Um, we are so excited that you are here. I'm ready to give you some really fun updates. And Corey's picking his hat of the hour. Nice choice. Wait a second. Oh, it's a tough choice. It disappeared. The tricks this guy knows. Oh, it's a tough
I
call.
know.
You look
Yeah.
good in all of them.
Thanks, my friend. If you're too much, I'll send you that crypto later.
All right, cool.
How's
Make
everybody doing? Can you hear me
make it
okay?
yeah, make it some Ethereum so I can top off my other verse account and make sure I get my NFT.
You got it.
I love it. Oh, we've got a selection of hats. We're like all I think we're in the same shirt theme, but we're just switching up the hats. So I love it. I love it. Hey Peter.
Cool.
Oh, Peter and I are matching. Matchy.
Hi, Rhonda.
Hi, Peter.
Except my hat's black and yours is
I
gray.
know, Ray. I
Just
know.
just to point out the obvious.
Yes, to point out the others. I
Mine still has the sticker on it.
you're a little bit of mini pearl going on there. I like it. I
It's
like
the
it. I like
it's
it.
the fashion. It's the in.
It is. It's very trendy. All
So
right,
cool. You want me to go ahead and run through our
run
beautiful
through.
new site?
Yeah.
Well, if you guys are out there, I know we're on YouTube. So if you guys are watching live right now, or if you're on Zoom, if you've seen the new Star Babies NFT site, throw a one, put a two if you have not seen it yet, because we are super proud, super excited to show you guys. Man,
Got
there's
a
a
lot of
lot
people
to
who've
it.
never seen it.
Oh, this is awesome. Okay, so all right, I'm gonna go ahead and share
Yeah.
away. Rhonda, if you'd like to narrate, I mean, it doesn't matter. I can narrate. Let me just make sure I'm sharing here.
All right. He's a sharing kind of guy.
See my screen okay?
Yeah, it's beautiful.
All right.
Beautiful.
So welcome to the new starbabiesnft.com site. That's Starbabies plural. NFT.com. You probably have heard me or someone saying it as we've been on Twitter Spaces. You probably heard it all through the Twitter Spaces. So here we go. So we got the countdown happening. As you see, top right corner, if you need to translate to, let's say, Spanish, and I'm having a technical issue here with my mouse, or it could be just something happening.
It could be a Zoom delay as well.
Okay. So anyways, you can select your flag and it'll change the language on the entire site, which is awesome because we have a huge worldwide, especially the Latino community, is looking at what we're doing and is getting very excited, all the way across to the pond to the UK and in Vietnam and many more that you guys will be hearing about as we move forward. But so we've got the countdown clock there going. We've got here who's just the start of who's joining the A list and who has joined already, actually, and with some beautiful images. We met with a lot of these influencers today, and but we'll go into that later tonight. So you can scroll through those on the carousel and people can see who's involved, legitimacy to the product verification that this thing is happening, it's real. And then as you scroll down, you've got different showcases, beautiful graphics of being in front of the camera, behind the camera, being a fan, being on the red carpet experience. All these things which are driving in. Guys, this is one of the reasons why we have this beautiful new site. We went towards the Web3 direction, and Web3, as you will notice, is more, and especially if you're on your mobile phone, Android or Apple, you'll see how things are more vertical, more less words, more graphical, more animation, more things moving, attract the eye. And then you'll see here this beautiful Discord registration. So this is a huge Web3 component that we've added here. A lot of some of the collaborators that we're working with that are huge into the Web3 blockchain space took a look at this, and they absolutely love and are excited for the upgrades, updates, and the beautiful new Web3 look that we're doing here. So you can, as you are sharing the site, or as people are coming here out there on YouTube, when you come here and you just click the Discord registration, you'll connect with your Discord login, and boom, you'll be registered on the whitelist, A list, aka allow list. And you'll be able to get ready for Mint Day coming up. You guys will be talking about that tonight as well, with the brand new Mint Day and Reveal Day and all that good stuff, which is super, super exciting. And then we're moving down, we've got the Star Babies roadmap, a very cool interactive. You can check out what's going on the roadmap, and by clicking the clappers along the film strip here, which is super, super cool. Down here, you've got an awesome carousel with a lot of people that are involved, key players in the team, who's behind Stardom, all the storytellers, the dream makers, the movers and shakers, the tech squad. Excuse me. So for example, you can go there and you can click, and you'll see that it takes you right out to their LinkedIn page. This is what a doxed teams mean, guys. You can find all of these team players here out there in the world, and know that they're real, not just a fake project trying to throw something at you and take your money. So in sharing this, if somebody's, if somebody wants to know the validity of the project, just have them come right down here and just check out all these monsters of the industry that we have attached here, like Jonathan Willis and Richard D'Alessio of Stardom Vietnam, Stardom UK. The list goes on, but this is a beautiful area. And then the FAQ area, we've really dwindled down the amount of text that happens on this site. So we've added this cool FAQ, which will get all the answers for you. And let me scroll back up really quick. Excuse me, I'm having a water down the wrong pipe. So in the middle here, you can see also what we did was attach a document, excuse me again, to the middle of the website with all the information that was on the older version, Web 2 version. And we've added it here. So if anybody's looking at what the perks are, the utility behind the Star Babies, all of this information, which is all incredibly valuable and important information, they can find that here as a little pop-up. And then all your FAQs, of course. This is a really cool part. We've got the Star Babies that are scrolling across the bottom. And right here in the middle, you can't miss this. Click here to learn more about the Star Babies, the Star Babies story, what this means, important reason why to own a Star Baby, and some more information at the bottom. And of course, you've got the Twitter. If you guys aren't following our Twitter, please do so now, and our Discord. We're going to be doing big things on Twitter and Discord. So keep your eyes peeled there. And anything else that I missed, guys, on the site? I think I covered.
I'm sorry, but I just looked at it with a fresh set of eyes, and damn, it's so cool looking. And I'm sure if you remember, everybody, that just a couple weeks ago, the other site, it was okay, and yet when you jump onto this site, you just want to click on things. You want to keep scrolling. You want to see what's next. You're curious. The imagery, the graphics, the movement, everything about it just says engage, engage, engage.
Yeah.
And so this is a really, really important evolution. And Corey, if you can just scroll back up to the three different types of experiences. Just a little bit more, up a little bit. There we go. One of the things that we did, because not everybody wants to be in a movie, these perks really do cover three different categories. So it's like no matter who you are, this NFT can bring value to my life. If I want to be, and I always thought I was born to be on that red carpet and in a film, this NFT can help open a door to potentially put me there. Or if I always felt like deep down inside I was, I should be a director or a producer, again, this NFT can help bridge that gap and get me there. Or if I've always just said, oh my gosh, I just want to be in the front row. I want to be, at the front of the line. I want to be on the red carpet. I want to be the in crowd. This NFT gets you there. So what we did was we broke it out in those three categories so that everyone could see and understand that no matter if you're not interested in being in a movie, that's okay. There are a plethora of perks and experiences waiting for everybody who holds one of these NFTs. And certainly if you're in that mode of, I just want to be one of the cool kids on the block and say I was there, or I got to see it, or I got to be on I think it was you, Peter, was talking about the AMA where Richard and Jonathan were explaining some of the things they've seen on set. And just, wouldn't that be cool to be able to be on the set of a film, watching some of these things transpire and just watching the process. So really, really fun. So that's it. I think a really key distinction now is just saying, hey, there's a lot of reasons that this NFT can bring value to people's lives in so many different ways. So it's not always just about having a speaking role in a film. It is about all the other experiences that are available to you. So please, if you've invited people to come to this site and check it out before, invite them back, have them come to the new site and delve in a little bit deeper. And I think they're going to find themselves very much engaged and curious to learn more and play. So good stuff.
Thank you, Rhonda. Thank you for the info and beautiful work on the babies, being the babies. Appreciate you. All right, I'm going to pass it back now, or not back, but to Mr. Peter Gantner for the next.
Hey, how's everybody doing tonight?
I'm good.
Good. So I'll start off with, we're still in a bear market. If anybody hasn't noticed that, or recognized that, maybe you've been away for a little while and, November 5th came around and it's been kind of a downhill battle since moving forward. However, our belief system is that this is when fortunes are built, because it gives you a chance to get involved in lots of projects like what we're working with Otherverse and Muon, who's getting ready to take their token out. They just finished their IDO. Of course, Stardom Chance, working with businesses like that are democratizing Hollywood and making a huge change there. Partners like Reveal 3 or Reveal. And, some of the other partners that we're getting ready to work with, Selfless, other things that we're working on, green energy project that we're moving forward with. So all of these this is the time to be able to, we feel, get ourselves placed, because you're not having to chase. It's like, oh my God, I was going to get in that yesterday and now it's, up 47x today. So it's too late for me to get in. Plenty of time to strategize and put things in place and build and grow from here. And it's the people that I believe that engaged, 2018, there was the run up. A lot of people left the marketplace. The ones that stayed and said, hey, you know what? I think I'm going to get some of this token. And they kept getting more and more and more, whether it was Baby Doge or Doge or some of the other more serious projects. people that were buying Ethereum at $80 in Ethereum, right? And they just said, I know it's going to come back. I know it's going to come back. I know it's going to come back. And of course went to 4,000 and now it's at $1,500. So this is the time we believe to set a strong foundation and move things forward. And so that's what we're going to continue to do, is find great partnerships, continue to put it together. We believe community is commerce. And we believe that over the course of this, through some mechanisms, NSI is very close. We're hoping here in the next week to be beta testing the full software and having that cranking away. And hopefully that'll draw thousands, tens of thousands of people to the entire Nexus ecosystem through that growth with what we're doing with Digibot and some of the other projects. Of course, Otherverse is minting this Friday for their mint. That's going to be exciting. 7 to 12 NFTs all packaged together in one purchase, including an apartment real estate in the marketplace that we were able to get involved and be a part of. They closed off their list a few days ago. Ours was open till midnight last night, right? For you to be able to get on the list and get involved with it. Membership has its privileges, right? By being part of the Nexus ecosystem, we are able to get things, open a little bit longer, get a lot, and that can grow, right? As the community grows, as we move forward. Last week, some people were asking about Solar. I did get a response back from them, from the leaders of that. They are still moving forward. Of course, you guys know we paid in USD, UST, sorry, and that collapsed, right? That was in Luna, and so some of the assets were in that. That has set them back on the financial path a little bit, but they're making some changes to it. They're hoping in the next, 6 to 12 weeks, somewhere in there, they get the changes they made in order to make it. One of the changes they're doing is, instead of having it to where a lot of the projects that are doing similar type things to them, the benefits reduce as it moves along. They think they've come up with a way to make it perpetual benefits to where it'll continue to produce for people. So they are still in the swing of things, still moving forward, and still going. I don't know if anybody really thought that this bear market was going to go as deep as it did, and then of course recovered a little bit, but also that is lasting as long as it is and continuing to go. And I've been talking to a lot of people because we're working with different projects and stuff, and building something like this during a bull run and a bear run, you'd think, oh man, it's probably 5 times harder in a bear market than it is in a bull run. It's like 50 times, 500 times harder, right? To build and keep people's attention. Because the human condition is about instant, right? So fast food, instant rice, instant pudding, instant mashed potatoes, microwaves, anything cooked in a oven or on a stove is better than something cooked in a microwave. But we probably cook more of our food in a microwave than anything because it's faster and it's instant. And so knowing that we have that type of mentality as a society, it is definitely, when candles are green and people are watching their portfolio go up, they're excited and they want to get involved in other things and they want to do more. As soon as it starts going in the other direction and they begin to see their portfolio reducing in value, then they just take a break and walk away from it and just say, I'll come back later on, or they cash out and then they come back later on. Everybody has to make their choice on which direction they go in. We have a team here that has chosen to say, you know what, this is the perfect time for us to set this thing up. And I'm in no hurry for the bear market to end at this point, right? If it's, I don't think it's till the middle of next year, second quarter, third quarter next year. I believe that's, when things, again, that's just my personal opinion. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not even a, what do you call it, a gypsy. I don't have a crystal ball. I don't do, tariff readings or any of that kind of stuff, right? So I'm not, it's just my thought processes where it's at. And we will keep on growing throughout this period of time, right? Whether it's a 6 month before the bulls come back, or 2 years or 3 years, whatever it is, because ultimately what it comes down to, I'm here, Peter Gantner is here because of the changes that the blockchain will make in this world in the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years. It's really that simple. It's not the changes that the blockchain is going to make in the next 12 to 24 months. because those will be small compared to what happens in 5, 10, 15, 20 years, right? If you look at the first half of the development of the web 1.0 and moving into 2.0, there was, it was good, right? When has it become great? It's when it moved into the sharing economy, Amazon delivering all kinds of stuff, right? Oh, the development of it has been in the later phases. We believe that's what's going to happen. The metaverse. Oh my goodness, the metaverse isn't even in its infancy at this point, right? It's like if you took it to the birth of a child, it hasn't even left the belly yet. It's not a newborn. It hasn't even left the belly yet. It's still incubating, right? It's still, and we are on the cutting edge of that with Otherverse. And I believe that with all of my heart. I don't care how much money Facebook or Meta has. I don't care what anyone else is doing. There is more to this than just the surface, right? There's the in-depth understanding of community, of the nature of a way that the metaverse will function and operate, and how things will get presented, security, safety, all kinds of issues that are a part of the equation versus just we have really cool graphics. And we do have really cool graphics. If you've gone on to the others pages for Twitter, or if you're following otherverse.io, phenomenal graphics, and things are moving along. But there's a lot more to that. And we believe that Brian Schuster, 17 years in the space, successful track record in web 1.0, successful track record in 2.0, is going to have a successful track record in web 3.0 and is going to help us build value. And we, I think, have a pretty clear picture of what the next 5, 10, 15 years is going to bring. And because we have a clear picture, we will take actions, work with projects, create software and technology that will take advantage of that and allow it to be a better, smoother process. And in return, build a lot of digital assets, a lot of digital wealth for the people that are on board that want to take a ride with us and continue to make things happen. So projects take time. I was looking at and reading an article. The average time right now for an exit of a regular .com company for VC. So if I was, Peter Gantner VC, right? Venture capital group, I raised $1 billion from a whole bunch of people, and I'm going to put that into businesses. The average exit time right now is 8 years. So if I'm going to say, I'll put $1 million in, it's going to take me 8 years before I actually cash back out and get some type of a value for that. 8 years, guys. And so we have to start to think in the blockchain crypto space. It's not 8 days. It's not 8 months. It's not 8 minutes. There's a period of time for these projects to develop and build and grow. So this is an AMA, guys. If you have any Q&A questions you want to ask, you put them in the box. We continue to develop. Muon, again, has launched. Their protocols are coming along great. We're getting ready to launch. When we launch Star Babies, it'll be launched at 2 networks. They actually did their token on 7 networks at the same time. So you could have went and participated in 7 different tokens with their idea, with their launch. We'll be launching Star Babies on 2 networks plus credit card. So if you want to pay with credit card, you can. If you want to pay with Polygon, you can. And if you want to pay on the Ethereum chain, you can in your NFT. So as they mentioned, we moved the date off till the 28th. The only reason for us to move the date off was we had it for the 15th, and we decided to mint on the Ethereum chain. The 15th and the 16th will be when Ethereum goes from a proof of work to a proof of stake. And we started to read a lot of platforms are gonna, like Binance, you're not going to be able to even remove or add or sell Ethereum possibly on the 15th and the 16th. There's going to be outages. And what we didn't want to do is have a mint and then have it where like, I need some Ethereum, I run a little short, and then not be able to go get that Ethereum and have that available. And so we did put it off till the 28th versus the 15th or the 16th. The reason why we didn't just like go out to the 18th is the 15th and the 16th is an estimated date. It's an estimated date. It's pretty accurate. It might be a day later or a day and a half. Usually what they'll do is they'll pick a block and they'll say at block this is when we're going to do the merge, do that. And it just depends. It might take 4 hours to get to that block, or 7 hours, or 12 hours, and then move forward from there. So that's the reason for moving it off to the 28th. You know, when we start talking about star babies, guys, and this type of stuff, you got to think of, you know, who do you know? And it's not something that we promote a lot, but 30 of the NFTs will get the ability to submit their script for this first film, right? That's going to take place, right? 30 people. There's going to be 30 NFTs that get to put in a script. So if you know somebody who's written a script and they're like, I want to get my script made into a movie, you know, they should get an NFT, right? Because again, when I have the NFT, if I have a Star Babies NFT, let's say I'm a script writer and I go, you know what, I'd rather pay the $99. But if you own an NFT, you'll get a discount. It'll probably be about 20%. So $79 will be each script that you submit. So if you're going to submit 10 scripts, let's say over the next 2 years, you could save a couple $100 just right there submitting scripts and putting them in. So we really should go through, especially if you're a holder of Star Babies, should go through and say, who do I know who this would be interesting to? We just had somebody who bought a nice little block of NFTs, and she didn't buy them for herself. She actually has, I think it's her daughter or her granddaughter, one of the two, who wants to be in movies. So she said, well, heck, I'll just buy a pile of these things, and then maybe she'll get her a chance to be a speaking role in the film. And we had it was interesting. We had a Twitter space, and Adam was on there from Reveal. And he was talking about, he used to raise money. One of his past careers was raising money for films. And he said they would have people that would invest $5 million, $10 million in movies. But there was a requirement. I'll put $5 million in the movies, but I want to be in the film. They needed to get a role in the film, or their son, their daughter, any of that type of stuff. And we all know people, right? You know, when they have the kids, they'll go to the, you know, my kid to be a, what do you call it? Like in commercials, and they'll go get the headshots, and they'll spend $1,000, you know, you go there, it's like, it's free kind of thing. But then by the time they're done running you through the ringer, you spent $2,000 on headshots and portfolio stuff and everything else, right? You know, because they want to make it in whatever it is. So this is a great opportunity for friends and family to put $250 in. And here's the great part about it. If you go do any of that other stuff, right? Let's say I go and I put, let's say I $200, right? And I go, okay, this $200, I'm going to get some headshots for my 3-year-old to be in commercials. Okay. That 200's gone. If you don't get any commercial, you don't get anywhere, it's gone. It's spent, right? You spent it. Think about this. If somebody purchases a Star Babies NFT, that has a resale secondary market for it. So if at the end of the day, you know, go, no, I didn't get a speaking role or whatever else, you can put that up for sale for whatever. Maybe they're going for 500. Maybe they're only going for 150 or 125, but at least you got back a portion of your funds if you didn't get one that met your expectation. So there's a lot of advantages here for people that are doing it. And I know a lot of people that have written scripts and that have wanted to be in films and want to be a part of that. Outside of that, though, I just want you guys to think about the success. So in the films that have been produced already by our partners, all of them have major stars involved with them. So I want to get to this. You have an NFT that gives you the ability to be on set of a film. And let's say, and I don't know, Corey, give me a name of an actor. Jim Carrey. Let's say that we're making a film and we haven't at this point, right? But let's say Jim Carrey says, yes, I want to be in the film. They work out a deal. He comes in. He's basically going to have a quick part in the movie. And what do you think if you hold an NFT that gives you permission to be on one of these sets? Do you think there's a Jim Carrey fan out there that might go, oh, I've got to get that NFT, right? I got to have that one. And I'm willing to spend. Let me ask you guys a question. to meet your favorite actor, okay? And I set a dollar amount, right? And I don't care if it's $10, whatever it is, right? Seriously, what would you pay if you could go meet, get pictures, spend a few minutes and talk, ask some questions, hang out on a movie set with? What would something like that be worth to the people that are on? We have like 30 something people on there. Seriously, just, put it in there, right? I mean, I would probably say for myself, $500, $1,000, $1,500, if I could guarantee that I'm going to get to meet one of the actors that I like, that I, admired or whatever. What are some of those numbers? And if you're on YouTube, you can put it in there too, and they'll share it on that side of it. Do we have the chat on?
Yep.
All right, excellent.
Yes,
So
we do.
guys, put some numbers in there. Are you afraid to put some numbers in there? Is it 0? Nobody would. Okay, Jody would pay 2K, right? If you want to put the name of the actor too there, put it in there. Maybe we'll do it. Christina, $100,000, right? Probably just depends on the person and the experience, right? If you got to have lunch. I got to tell you guys, and these are facts, okay? We know that for quite a few years, okay, Matthew McConaughey, priceless, right? That's from Sharona. Corey, 10K to be around Will Ferrell. I want you guys to look up lunch with the Oracle of Omaha. It's a charity event that they had. I don't know if they're still doing them right now because of COVID, but every year they would have it where the investor people would pay, Warren Buffett. People would pay $1.8 million, right? Just for a lunch for 10 people to go sit down. And how much can you get done in an hour, right? But it's about the bragging rights. It's about saying that I won it and I was a part of it. Jody says 10,000 for Denzel. I would probably too. Yeah, I mean, I'd pay a little bit more to meet somebody and spend some time around, because I got some ideas I could pitch him while I'm meeting with him, right? I can give him a Star Babies NFT. Here you go, Denzel. Here's your Star Babies NFT. And we would make one that looks like him. So guys, we had the opportunity, it hasn't come through yet, for a gentleman by the name of Bad Bunny to possibly get on board with Star Babies. And so I'm going to ask Rhonda to pull up the Bad Bunny NFT. We made an NFT for Bad Bunny. We haven't gotten permission to use it or show it, but we're going to do it anyway, right? Because that's just, we get it, and we're doing this for some other famous people. But of course, if I'm going to go on there, we're going to make a Denzel Washington NFT and present it to him. We made some for some of the other people, for Byron Scott, for his wife. They loved him, right? They were so excited to get their NFT and be a part of that. So it's incredible. As these movies go along and as they make progress, guys, it's going to become more and more valuable for people to be in these films and be a part of it. And that's going to be the incredible part about it. It's the value that it's going to build in the world. But I got to tell you guys, the NFT market is soft right now. Holy mackerel. I wish we would have done this about August of last year, right? Right? Like if I can turn back the clock, I'm August last year, let's do Star Babies, right? Because we would have killed it. We would have absolutely knocked it out of the park. And right now, people's minds are not on NFTs. But guess what? That's not going to stop us from creating success in the marketplace. Might make it take longer for things to get going and for them to take off, but it's definitely not going to stop us. We got 3 questions. Let's see. How much additional do you think we should have in ETH to cover gas fees for the trunk mint? Christina, gas fees have been pretty low lately. As a matter of fact, we can jump over there real quick and see where they're at. I've seen them as low as, I minted an NFT a few days ago, and it was $1.48 for the NFT. Now, that doesn't mean that it's going to be $1.48 on the 9th, right? But right now it's 25 GWEI. I think that's under $10. I'd have to do the equation, but I think that's under $10. So, but it is ETH, right? I mean, there was a day a few weeks ago when the other side did their mint, where the minting an NFT was over $2,000 per NFT. I don't think we're going to run into that problem. And remember, because you're on an A list, guys, this is why you want to get people on. You don't want to mint on the Ethereum chain, which is where it's minting. The only place is on Ethereum. You do not want to mint on the Ethereum chain in the standard way of minting, right? Meaning on the public sale. You want to be on an A list. Why? Because then you don't have to mint when there's 500 other people trying to mint and the gas fees are going up. If you're on an A list or white list or allow list, as it's called, right? You can take 5 hours later on after mints because you have a set amount already put aside for you, and then you can go mint, when the gas fees are lower. So that's the reason why. But this is one we've made, guys, and we should pull up probably a picture of Bad Bunny. We're not, we can't say that Bad Bunny's on board with it at this point. We did make it because there was the potential for that to happen. It's not a no at this point. It's just not a yes yet. But we created that character. And if you looked at Bad Bunny, you'd say, yeah, that looks like Bad Bunny, right? We're doing that for a lot of other influencers, as you can see on the site. Okay, so missed out on Muon. Will we have another chance to get Muon? Larry, probably once it's on the public market. I don't know when that's happening at this point. But you would have to wait till it's ready, available for the public market. Their IDO did sell out completely. So, okay. So the question from Sharona, somebody on the panel, is what is the benefit if you do not have a script or want to be in the movie? So there's a few things. There is, first of all, there will be people that want to be in a movie and that want to produce a script. And if you have one of those NFTs and they want to do it, you'll be able to put it on the secondary market. And who knows, again, we were asking, it was all over the place, right? When I asked up to 100 grand, 2K, 10K, right? It's all over the place on what people would pay to be in that. So that would be up to the secondary market. So you have the secondary market side of things that you can say. The other side of it too is access to movies. My question is do you like to watch movies? If you like to watch movies, then you'll get a digital copy of all the films that they're making, right? That is coming through the NFTs. Every film, you'll get a free digital download of that film. The other side of it too is sneak peeks behind the scenes. I want you guys to think about, here's the movie being produced and it's got this famous person in it. And we are able to go and have a special place. You have to have the NFT. It's your gateway in, but you'll be able to go in and see some footage behind the scenes of stuff that's going on. Virtual red carpet events, depending on where it's at, what's going on with it. Let's say we end up doing a show at a showing at the Cannes Film Festival, right? The NFT holders will have special access to what's going on there by being an NFT holder. These are all values that are going to be created there. Soundtracks, the music, any of that type of stuff. And if we're able to figure it out, imagine if you could lend your NFT out, but not give somebody capability. What if there was a wallet where you could put it in there, somebody else could use it for whatever that event is or whatever they like, and it would be up to you and them on what, how they took care of you for them using it, right? That'd be totally up to you to say, hey, come wash my car. Or maybe, like Rhonda's going to be driving across the country. She's just told me she's going to stop and clean all my rocks in my front yard on her trip on the way over here. Those type of things. That could be a trade-off on what that is, right? So lots of things that you can do with them. I don't know if everybody that got a Bored Ape yacht knew what was coming out of that or want to be in, these virtual worlds or any of that stuff. They just got it because they said, you know what, here's a really cool club. And I think that there's more people that will want to be in that club than there are NFTs. 10,000 NFTs, 2 years from now, 3 years from now, bigger films being made, bigger stars, bigger directors, bigger people that want to work with the Stardom concept, globally, movies being made all over the world. And then you say, at that time, will there be more than 10,000 people that would like to be in a club, a special club with special access behind the scenes, data, information, all kinds of different things. I was actually just somebody had posted on my wall. They own the gun that that was used in Scarface, right? Say hello to my little friend. And they had just put it up for auction. I think the auction, they were hoping to get over $1 million for it, but they got offered up to 80 grand. It didn't sell at the auction, but the auction went up to $80,000. Now imagine we're making movies, and because you're an NFT holder, you have the rights to bid on props in the movies, right? But you have to have an NFT in order to get access to those props. Then you could possibly one day have a prop that, you know, again, it went up to a little over $80,000. I don't know. I probably would have took it, but you know, they think it's worth more than that. Maybe they're right. Maybe someday somebody will pay $1 million for it, right? All right. So those are just some of the benefits that are there. Also, additional airdrops. I own a Star Babies. I don't really want to be in the movies, but oh, wait a minute. There's another drop. This drop gives you what? Oh, if you have a Star Babies, you get another NFT for free, just the cost of gas fees. That would be kind of cool, wouldn't it? Right? To that, other benefits. If you look at some of the benefits that took place, we can go down the line. I'm not saying that all these will happen with Star Babies, but anybody who held a Bored Ape yacht got a coin drop, right? A token drop when they did their token. They've gotten offered, you know, events, right? So, hey, anybody who's a, you know, this holder of this NFT can come to this event, a special event, a special place. You know, maybe the local baseball team has a, you know, a Star Babies day. And, you know, if you have a Star Babies, you get to go to the whatever for free, right? These are, guys, this is being part of a club. In the club, community is commerce. The amount of activity and the amount of it, it's very much like, you know, like you got AAA discounts, right? If you're part of AAA, you get like a discount at a hotel, or you get a discount here, you get a discount here. I want you guys to think about these clubs in the right perspective. The power of the club is people. So if you have really cool people that are part of that club, then people will go and say, oh my goodness, this is an incredible club. These people are awesome. Let's help. Let's give them a benefit to like, share, comment on our projects and move things forward. So that's the participatory economy, right? You have a NFT that says you're participating in this community, and then benefits are created for that community. And ours is 350 people get to see a movie or be in a movie, right? Have a speaking role. But I'm hoping at some point we're like, oh, by the way, we just had our 1,000th person who are NFT holders that got speaking roles in films, because we've made more and more and more and more films, right? There's been 5,000 people that got to go to red carpet events, 3,000 people that got to be on, and eventually every single one of the 10,000 over the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years, whatever it is, all 10,000 had a super special benefit to it. Plus we continue to grow the benefits of it. So, all right, if you own an NFT, does it come with all expenses paid? It depends, Henry, on the event. So if you're in the film, there's actually the speaking roles have a pay. You actually get paid to be in the movie, right? So there's a speaking role. It might be only a few $100s, but you're getting paid to be in the movie, right? Because it's a role in the movie. There's a compensation for that on it. So it really just depends on what you're doing, where it is. Some will have some travel allowances. There's a document on there that explains all that stuff. I don't want to go through all the different rewards, but if you go to the site, you go to underneath the 3 different, in front of the camera, behind the camera, you'll see there's a document there, and it does break down when you get paid, what you get paid, and all that stuff, right? But again, remember, if you get the statue and you're going to be in a movie, okay, let's say that they're making the Nexus ecosystem movie, okay? And so they need somebody to be Peter Gantner, right? So then they would find like the best looking, right? You have the statue and you're like absolutely just wonderful looking, and you got this great personality, and you're dynamic and you're incredible. They would pick you to be the lead role, right? Because you're the right person for that lead role. So it's not
Peter, that's more than one line. Peter never says one line.
But that's, yeah, you'd have like 47 million lines in the movie, right? I mean, you'd be like, I mean, if you got paid by the line, you'd be rich, right? By the word, any of that, you'd be wealthy. So, and then somebody might be Corey, right? So it's like, and then there needs to be somebody that's going to be Rhonda. Guys, if you're the right person for the part, so you're guaranteed a speaking role in the movie. For some people, that speaking role will be, hi, is Susan home, right? Something really simple. But if you have the acting chops, if you are the right person for that part, you may end up being a lead person or a supporting actor in a major motion picture. It's really that simple. It's right. The right person, the right thing. This is not everybody, all 350 people are going to get the same thing. And again, I hope it's 1,000, 2,000 people eventually are able to be in a movie on a set, right? And this is all possible. Remember, community is commerce. The participatory economy. You participate, you get benefit from it. By the way, Web 3.0, guys. Why is Web 3.0 so powerful? Web 1 was good. Web 2 was better. But who was it better for? Us as consumers, more easy, right? I mean, heck, 10 years ago, who could you call to deliver your food? They had to have a delivery person. Now you just call one company and they'll deliver 500 different food places, right? If you wanted something from Target, you either had to go get it yourself or send one of your kids to go get it, right? Now you can call somebody and they'll shop for you. And I mean, if you don't want to go in the store, go online while you're driving down the road. Hopefully somebody else is driving, pick out the items you want, and they'll bring it outside. And as soon as you pull in, they know you're there. And then they have somebody bring your stuff. This is all part of Web 2.0. But this gave more control and more value to the companies that control Web 1.0 and 2.0. Web 3.0 is us. Web 3.0 are the people. They're decentralized businesses where when you participate with that business, the value you create, you can get compensation for your value that you bring to it. That is why Web 3.0 is so powerful. It's the blockchain, it's crypto, it's NFTs, it's the metaverse. All of that stuff is part of Web 3.0, but it's all under the premise of a decentralized mechanism that will allow us to not just benefit from the use of a product, but actually benefit from the use and financially because of the participatory economy. It is the completely different ballgame. And how much that happens depends on us. And what I mean by that is it's when we find great projects, we continue to support them. You might be like, I've done 8 projects so far and I haven't, I'm not a billionaire yet, right? Well, then do 9 and 10 and keep going, keep supporting the projects with, again, don't use the rent money, right? And I'm not a financial advisor, but it's the facts is we need to people. That's why it's so important for us to share about the Web 3.0, about the blockchain and crypto and all this stuff. It's our opportunity. It's finally something, the more people we get involved with, the better off service it is. So I'll give you guys a great example here. Restaurants, okay? Let me ask you guys a question, and you can put a 1 in if you agree and a 2 if you don't agree. Food is better when a restaurant is like only a little bit busy versus when it's packed jam full of people, right? Like on Mother's Day, who likes to go to a restaurant on Mother's Day because they're trying to slap food out the door so fast, right? Right. So most things, when you get a lot of people involved with it, a concert, you go to a concert and it's packed wall to wall with people. Is that better? Or, one with a maybe 80% capacity where you have some room to move around and breathe and right. So when you get a lot of people into something, usually there's less value for each person that's there. The blockchain Web 3.0 is different. The more people you get involved, the more value we can create for each person that's in it. It's that simple. So it is truly a win-win-win. It is truly a rising tide raises all ships. It is the opportunity for people to not complain about the way the world is, but do something about it. To do something about it by bringing people together and making it to where we're dependent on each other for the value that's created in our lives to make this a better place. And I truly believe it. It's the reason why we're here. Money is great, but you can make money doing lots of things, right? Lots of different areas, lots of different businesses, at this point. We're here building Web 3.0, the Nexus ecosystem, because we believe this can be a better world. And we believe that we need a decentralized future where value can be created from and for each other in this way of a rising tide raises all ships. Hey guys, quick question. When will our safest tokens be available? From Sharona, I believe he's asking about the staking rewards, low volume equals low rewards. Yeah, guys, right now, since there's not a lot of daily volume, that's what creates the rewards. There are not a lot of rewards to get. This is not just an issue with us. It's an issue with a lot of projects. This is, lower, slower accumulation right now in this, bear market. But again, the upside is much higher on that. So, and the way to generate more is for us to share the projects more, to get more people involved in Nexus ecosystem. To be honest, guys, we've been cutting back the hours for our onboarding system because just, people aren't showing up, right? It's people coming in more for updates than for people to get onboarded. We're the only place I know that has a free onboarding system to get people started in crypto, and no one's taking advantage of it. No one's coming in and saying, hey, Susie told me about crypto and I want to learn how to set up a wallet. I want to learn. We don't need to be doing a project, guys, for you to send somebody. We want to help people get into crypto. We want to help them get started right, helping set up their MetaMask. So we should still be busier than ever on getting people into crypto because there's no place else that would do it for free. Anywhere else is going to charge you money, or you got to have a friend or a family member help you do it. So again, it's something that we have that's available that very few people are taking advantage of. On the secondary market, can you keep your NFT and offer them the opportunity to use it in your place, but you still retain ownership? So Sally, right now, there is no way to do that. Will things be developed down the road where you will be able to? Because you want to make sure that if you're going to let somebody use your NFT, that they're not going to run off with it, right? If it's in your wallet, you don't want to give them access to your wallet. It's, your keys, whoever has the keys, it's their crypto. Same thing with NFTs. So at this point, I would say that there's not something in place. That does not mean that we will not build something. There is the regulatory side of NFTs, crypto, all that stuff that needs to be thought through the process. And so if we are going to do it, or when we are going to do it, at some point in time will be when it's allowed regulatory wise. And then of course we would build a safe platform and software that would allow for things like that to happen. Would I love to do that? Yeah, absolutely. Our goal was always to help people build multiple sources of, digital income, digital wealth. And part of that will be through, if you buy something and it goes up in value and then you sell it on the secondary market, yes, you have the money and you could do something with that, but you don't have that, that asset anymore. It's kind of like, if you buy a house and you sell it and buy another one and you sell it, and you buy another one, you sell it, you buy another one, you might be going up in value, but you're not building that residual money. But if you buy a house and then you rent it out and then buy a second one and rent that one out and a third one and rent that one out and a fourth and a fifth and a sixth and a seventh. And of course, if you guys know, rents are skyrocketing right now, you'd be making a pile of money right now, right? But the idea would be people that become wealthy end up with 10, 20, 30 rental properties and they have revenue coming in off of them, right? And the price of the rent goes up and eventually you can make a lot of money that way. That's what our goal is for digital assets, are building digital assets that can pay you on a residual basis, other digital assets that then you could utilize that to move forward. That's the way that we see of being able to do it. Is there an update on the third crypto god reveal? Yeah, Christina, but I don't think Dawn is here. It's any time now. I think we're just trying to figure out when we can do it in between Otherverse and then there. So in the next, I would say 2 weeks, it's ready to be revealed. Dawn was just, and we were talking about whether doing it on a weekend or a weekday. So we will have a post go up in the next couple days that will have the reveal date for the third crypto, which is BNB, right? That's the next one. That artwork is done and completed. So that'll be, I would say, sometime this month for sure. Absolutely, BNB will be revealed. Okay, on that side of it. So that'll be out there for it. And I believe for going up on, so that reveal would be the third one. And then I believe it's ADA that's actually going to go on sale for mint day. We're going to do the mint as well this month for ADA. So it's the mint for ADA, and then the reveal for BNB will be in sometime in the next few weeks. Okay. So that's there. Any other questions, guys? If not, we'll say goodnight and just appreciate you guys being here. We're going to continue to move forward, continue to grind things out, continue to build a safer, better space for the blockchain cryptocurrency, area. We have a lot of great plans for solutions in this marketplace. They just take resources to do that, and we're working on building those through the projects that we're working on and building.
And if I may, I believe, Peter, you are loading up your blowtorch for a burn party tomorrow night at 7
We are
p.m.
going to have a burn party. Yep, we're going to burn.
Yeah, so join us again tomorrow night, same time, same place,
I'm going to have a party
for a TruBadger burn party.
Yes.
So that should be fun. Peter's got a pile of tokens to burn, so it should be
We're
fun.
going to burn some tokens for sure.
Yeah.
Positively,
Yeah.
guys. So we thank everybody for being here tonight. Hopefully we were able to answer some of your questions. We'll be back next week. It'll be at noon next week on Tuesday for an AMA. Always welcome to come here and ask any questions that you have. And again, thank you for being the best part of the Nexus ecosystem. Community is commerce. It is the most powerful part of the blockchain cryptocurrency. And together,